Hi everyone, welcome to my live creative time today. My name is Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to another week of fun creative time. It's great to have you with me. Thank you for joining me, whether or not you're watching live or watching the replay. Now, while I am waiting for everybody to find their notifications that I've gone live, I'm just going to bring this up on my other devices so that I can see all of your comments there. So bear with me while I get that all set up. And if you are a regular to my live creative times, you might notice that I am in a different setting today. So I am currently, hang on one sec. There we go. I am currently away on holidays in Queensland. So that is why things look a little bit different. I am here at my daughter's place and it's been a little while since I went live from here. I did go live from here once before, but it took me a little while to get all the tech set up. So I apologize and I still haven't got everything quite right. There we go. The lighting's a bit better now. Yes, because all of my equipment that I have here is a bit different and the setup is a bit different. So it took me a little moment just to get everything all organized. And the other thing is I only could find one extension cord and I forgot to ask my daughter before she went out where the other extension cord is. So I only have one cable for my light. So I don't have the other cable won't actually reach. Oh, you know what? Excuse me, I might be able to pick it up because I was thinking, oh no, because I can't plug in my power pack, but it does reach. Okay, so I can pick that up and put that up here and then I can plug my power cord in. See, I'm working things out as we go. All right, now I've got the power cord, there we go, that's better. I had it stuck under the table leg. But there we go. Now I can reach, I think. Let's see. Can it reach around to my phone to plug it in here? Yes. Yay. Okay, good. We have power. Because I was thinking, oh no, how am I going to plug everything in? And in fact, if I put this up, I've just realized if I put this up on the table behind the camera stand, that will be even better. So hang on 2 secs. Let me just move this. See, we're working it out as we go. That will be even better. And then it's out of the way and the power cord isn't pulling so tight on the camera. And I can still plug in my laptop and my light's plugged in. So that's how we do it. Okay, good. Have to remember that for next time. Alrighty. Now I'm just bringing this up on my iPad as well. So that I can see comments there. So I'll just get that screen to refresh. Sorry, bit close to the camera. There we go. Okay, bring that up. Come on. It's a bit slow. Okay, so the internet here is also a bit different. I'm probably looking a little bit wonky at the moment, again, because I have a different stand, but I will get it straight when I put it down to the desk. So how is everybody? Let me know in the comments how you are. Now, usually I go live on a Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. But my daughter and I have plans tomorrow. So while I'm up here, so I won't be going live tomorrow. So instead, I thought I'll go live a day early. So anybody who misses the notification that I've gone live today, when they come to find me tomorrow, they'll see that there's already a video there. So I thought that was better to do it that way. Now I have got a few things to share with you, but let me tell you a little bit about where I am. So I am on the Gold Coast. I apologize for the lighting and everything being a little bit different. It is in there's different lighting obviously in this room. I do have one lamp here that I'm using, but of course it's probably not as good lighting as what I normally have when I'm filming from home. I'm only up here for another couple of days. I'll be back home soon, and apparently little Callie has been missing me. So looking forward to getting back home to see her as well. But I am having a nice time here with my daughter as well. She had to work today though, so she's gone to work. So I've had the whole day to myself. So I had a nice sleep in, just been chilling, taking my time. It's been lovely. And here on the Gold Coast, we've kind of had 4 seasons in one day. So the morning starts out nice, a little bit cool, then it warms up, and we get there's a lot of humidity up here compared to at home. So even though the temperature is a little bit cooler, it actually feels hotter because it's a bit more humid. And then in the afternoon, it's been getting windy, and then some evenings we've even had rain and a bit of thunder the other night. So it's kind of like 4 seasons in one day at the moment. It's crazy. But today is lovely. It was a bit windy earlier, but I haven't been outdoors today. So I've just been in the house here. But yeah, so let's see, what have I got to tell you about today? So we've got lots of things happening in Stampin' Up. Oh, you might notice that I've got my little clownfish brooch on today. I thought he was quite tropical, and I thought, well, being Queensland and, you know, it's a bit more tropical up here, I thought that I'd wear my little clownfish brooch today, even though I'm not going to the aquarium this time while I'm up here. Usually, SeaWorld. Normally when I come up, I visit SeaWorld, but I won't be going there this time. Having an un-SeaWorld holiday this time. Just couldn't make it work this time, so that's okay. Hey Michelle, how are you? Great to have you here. Yeah, so we've been doing a few bits and pieces. Last night went out to dinner with my sister and brother-in-law, so that was really lovely to catch up with them while we were up here. And yeah, been doing a bit of running around and things like that. So, and then we've got another busy day tomorrow, and then I fly home on Tuesday evening. So yeah. Okay, so let me tell you a few little things that are coming up. So I have got a class coming up, and it's a little bit festive card class. It's going to be held on the 5th of October, which is World Card Making Day. So I hope that you can come and join us for World Card Making Day. Now this will be held in Sydney, at home where I normally hold my classes. It's going to be a morning class this time, which is a little bit different, and it does include product in this class as well. So you might be wondering why the cost is a little bit different to some of my other classes. It's because it does include quite a bit of product. Now, of course, I'm not at home, so I don't have the products with me, but you will. I did actually show that last week on my live creative time. So if you want to have a look to see what's included in the class, then you can go to my video from last week and check out all of the products. I did talk about it at the beginning of my video, so you can check it all out. But you can see a little bit of a sneak peek here. There's going to be some beautiful papers, some ephemera that comes with the papers, some embellishments, and there's going to also be a separate ephemera pack that is part of the new mini catalogue, and it's going to be the one that has all the sentiments in it, and I can't remember the name of it, but I can quickly look it up actually. So let me see which one it was. It's at the beginning of the catalogue, so it should be easy. Okay, so I can tell you we're going to be included in the class is a little bit festive 12 by 12 specialty designer series paper. So this one here, that's included in the class. Oh, hey Amanda, how are you? Great to have you with us today. And also too, there is going to be the tags for the season on page 15 of the mini catalogue. That one is included in the class as well. And the embellishments, which the embellishments are actually from the annual catalogue, and I can't remember what they're called, but they're metallic something or others. But they have gold, silver and copper beautiful embellishments in that pack. So all of those products are part of the class, as well as a whole heap of cardstock. So there'll be enough cardstock for 8 cards, plus you'll have additional pieces for layers. And then you're going to have a whole heap of products still left over from this class after creating the 8 cards that you can go on and then create other products, other projects, I should say. So make sure that you register by the 17th of September. You can go to my blog, or you can go to my Stampin' Up website and you can register through there. But I do actually have a link as well. So let me put that up for you. I can grab that right now, and my screen has gone black screen over here on my computer as usual. It always does that to me. I don't know why. All right, let me grab this registration here so you can get that. Let me find which one it is. Class registrations. Yep, that one here. Okay. All right, we'll grab that. I'm going to pop that in the comments. It's so funny because when you're recording from a different, it's really bothering me that my camera is so crooked, but I will straighten it up when I tip it down to the desk. When you are recording from a different location, I'm so used to having everything in its place at home on my desk, like everything is like where I always have it in the same spot. And so when I'm recording from here, things are in different places, and I go to pick up something or press something and I'm like, oh, hang on, it's not there, it's over there. So my keyboard is in a different spot, my computer's in a different spot. Yeah, so it's a bit funny. But anyway. All right, so we have got our beautiful new mini catalog that is now live. So many beautiful new products in here. If you haven't seen this yet, this is the September to December, as you can probably see, mini catalog. It actually goes through to the 6th of January, I think it is. Yeah, 6th of January it goes through till. If you would like a copy of this catalogue and you're here in Australia, anywhere in Australia, and you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that you're working with, let me know. I would love to get a catalogue out to you. As I said, currently I'm here in Queensland, but I actually reside in Sydney in New South Wales. So I'll be back home in a couple of days. All right. Now the next thing is World Card Making Day. As I just mentioned, I've got a special class on World Card Making Day in the morning, but in the afternoon is a free event that Stampin' Up! Is putting on. It's called World Card Making Day event. So there is a QR code there. If you have a mobile device with you, you can actually scan that QR code now, and that will take you through to the registration. You do need to register for the event this year. It's a little bit different to last year's event. So you do need to register. If you do register, you will also have the option of watching the replay if you can't be there live. But if you do register, Stampin' Up! Will actually send you an email with all information about the event, what you need to create with the event if you want to create the projects that they are creating, or you can watch and then decide if you want to create those projects and you can get the products later, or you might like to use something that you already have at home. But it's going to be on the 5th of October from 2 till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time. So just be aware of daylight savings. If daylight savings is, I don't know which week daylight savings actually starts, if it's that weekend or not. But anyway, register and Stampin' Up! Will send you all of the information. But it's going to be a fun event, and it's a free one, so definitely jump in on that one. And even if you register and then you can't attend, no worries, you can watch the replay. Okay, now the other thing I have still got running at the moment is my product shares. So I have re-offered my product shares, and they are products from the new mini catalog. Amber says daylight savings will start from the following day on the Sunday. Thank you, Amber. So there we go. So it will definitely be 2 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time for the World Card Making Day event. So that's good. We don't need to worry about daylight savings at that time. Okay, so my product shares. This is a great way to get a sampling of a whole heap of the new products. So in my product shares, you have options of designer series paper, ribbon, and embellishments, or you can get any of those, or you can get all three. And the registrations for that will be closing soon. I haven't put a date on that yet because I'm just waiting to see. It's actually been, because I've been away as well, I will be closing that off probably at the end of this week or next week, probably next week, I think, so that I can get that all sorted once I get home. But you can register for that now, again, through my website. So here's my website here, mandywitherby.stampinup.net. And again, I will put the registration and all the other pathways, because we have to be careful about the words we use now, on Facebook. I'm going to put them all here in the comments for you. so that anything that you are looking for, any of the offers that I have at the moment, any of the classes that I have at the moment, you can go to this one location, and then from there it will navigate, it'll have all the different places you can go, and you can navigate to where you want to go, what you want to register for, what you want to check out, all that sort of thing. So I'm going to put that in the comments as well. Now I will upload this video to YouTube, so when I do that, I will put all of those locations and pathways in the description of the video. I did forget to mention, if you're here live with me today, you will see the red live button up in the top left hand corner. If you don't see that, then you are watching the replay. But thank you for coming, and feel free to chat with me or leave me comments if you're watching the replay. I always do like to respond to you, and I love to hear from you, so join in and have fun. All right, also too, we've got the annual catalogue. So if you don't have one of these, this is the big catalogue. It lasts all year round, and there's lots and lots of products in there. If you would like one of those, let me know as well. And then we also too do have the online exclusive products as well, which you'll find in the online store. And with that pathway I just put up, you will find some direction through to there as well if you want to go there. So today, we have got, well, first of all, I didn't ask how everybody else's weekend was. I told you about mine, but how is everybody else's weekend? What have you been up to? Let me know, let me know. Oh, yesterday, actually, my daughter had a dance class in the morning, and it was quite a way away. It was at a different dance studio. It's a different location to where she normally practices, but it was a team practice, and so we had to travel down to Currumbin. And the traffic up here on a Saturday, oh my goodness, everybody's out and about, and it's school holidays at the moment up here in Queensland too. So the traffic was atrocious, oh my goodness. And we had to go on the motorway, but then because the traffic was so heavy and it was at a standstill, we actually went off the motorway and went around this other back way, side streets, whatever, and joined back in. But we went all the way down to Currumbin, and it's so pretty down there. I took some really nice photos of just some of the trees and the bush, and really lovely as we were driving. And after her dance class, we went to go to a little cafe that she'd been to before with her cousin. But when we got there, it was absolutely packed out, and the queue was a mile long for ordering. So then we decided, oh, we'll go somewhere else. So then we went for a drive, and we're driving through all these little country roads, beautiful surroundings. And it was so, so pretty. I just love it down there. You're sort of in the valley, and in the Currumbin Valley, and it's just really, really pretty. So so that was really nice. And then we found this amazing gluten-free fish and chip shop in Broadbeach, which was fantastic. And I was so excited because do you know how long it is since I've had traditional fish and chips that are gluten-free? Because up in Sydney, it's hard to find them, or around where I live anyway. So I just went crazy, and I got, so we got some food to share, but we didn't get normal chips. We decided to get the sweet potato chips because we'd heard that they were very good. So we got those. They were yummy, and I ate the leftovers today for lunch, reheated them. I got a potato scallop that was gluten-free. I got, oh my goodness, I got prawn cutlets that were gluten-free. Do you know how many years it is since I've had a prawn cutlet? Because you can't find them gluten-free. So I had some prawn cutlets, I had some fish cocktails, and the potato scallop, and a yummy, yummy juice, which my daughter didn't like, so then I ended up with 2 juices. So I had one yesterday, and I've got another one for today, because I've got hers to drink too, because she didn't like her juice. But then we got some gluten-free cheesecake, and we brought that home, and we shared that last night for dessert. So yeah, I was so excited to find this place. But apparently there's quite a few places up here that serve gluten-free food. So so that was really awesome. And then we went out to Betty's Burgers last night for dinner with my sister and her husband. And I had a really yummy gluten-free burger, a bunless burger, which was really, really yummy as well. So lots and lots of yummy food yesterday. It was great. So today for lunch I had a salad and the leftover sweet potato fries. But yeah, that's one good thing about being on holidays. You can sort of go a little bit crazy, but so exciting that they have so many gluten-free options up here. Anyway, all right, so yeah, let me know if you want to share anything about your weekend. If you have any questions or you want to tell me about anything, feel free to chat with me in the comments as we craft. All right, but without further ado, let's get going. I'm going to have to do a little bit of adjustment here. So I'm going to cover up the camera. Excuse me, now I've got a frog. I brought some washi tape with me to cover up my camera while I do the transitions so I don't make you all dizzy, because the transitions on this one are much more bumpy even than at home. So let me cover up the camera. And let's see, did that cover up? Yes, fantastic. I will flip those cameras and, excuse me, I will adjust this. Now let's remember which way I did it. I think I went up that way and then down this way. Whoops. Make sure I'm not pushing buttons that I shouldn't be pushing. Tighten this up. Don't know why all of a sudden I have got this frog in my throat. All right, let's have a look and see how I did with that. And I'll bring in the lights. Oh, that's not too bad. Now my iPad has frozen over here. Not sure if my daughter's internet is going to cope with 3 devices running at once. So that could be the issue. I might just see if this will go up higher. Yep, it goes up a little bit higher. Is that better? Is that? I don't know that I've got you completely straight here. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to do a little bit of adjustment. Sorry, it's going to bump the camera for a minute. How is that now? Is that looking straight? It's not straight down onto my, there, is that better? Hopefully that all holds. That's not too bad. You can, I'll just move that back over there a little bit. Okay, and move this over a little bit, just readjust a few things here. Yeah, I tried to do a little bit of a test before I went live today. But it's, yeah, this stand isn't quite as accurate as my one at home. Now, whoa, whoops. And I'll just bring that light over a little bit more and hopefully we've got some light there. All right, now I just remembered I have got my, my blog and my host code in the box. Let me just grab those. I brought them. I know I brought them. I think I put them. Aha, here they are. I forgot to pull them out. There they are. They weren't in the box. They were actually in my laptop case. All right. Okay. So if you like anything that you see today, you are welcome to shop with me. And oops, that's up a little bit too high, isn't it? You can't see that. So you can find my shop a couple of different ways. So you can go to my blog, which is mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, or you can go to my Stampin' Up website, which is mandywitherby.stampinup.net. If you are shopping with me, be sure to use my September host code, and with orders over $75, you will receive a thank you gift from me. So this host code, you will put that in the box just above the order summary. When you get to your order summary on the right hand side, there's a box above that for the host code. You just key that host code into the box there, and then I think you have to click apply or something like that, and it'll apply that host code to your order. I don't think I've got any blue tack on the back of these, so they're probably going to slip around a little bit, or I could stick them down with a bit of washi tape, couldn't I? Let's do that so that they stay put, because otherwise they are going to be annoying and be slipping and sliding around everywhere as I move things. Oh, forgive me for my croaky frog in my throat. I don't know what's going on about that. I had not long had lunch, so I actually had a really late lunch because I had a big sleep in today. I took the opportunity while my daughter was at work. All right, so a couple of things. You might have seen yesterday that I showed the ink spots that I had purchased, and I brought them, actually had them sent up here with some other products to my daughter's place so that I could keep a constant supply of products up here for when I come to visit. But I also brought some kits today, which we're actually going to play with today. But this is what I've sort of put together now in terms of my ink pads for keeping up here at my daughter's, and she can use these if she wants to as well throughout the week, throughout the year. But they're always here for whenever I come. So what I've got in here is, and sorry, we've got a little bit of light reflection off those, but if I put this up a bit higher, not sure if we're going to get shadow then from the camera. So we'll see how we go. So I purchased the Stampin' Spots assortment pack, and that had some of those colors that you would have seen yesterday. I also have got some of the ink spots from previous kits, card kits. And I've also got a couple in here that I made up myself with some of those Stampin' Spot blanks. So you can buy the Stampin' Spot blanks in a set of 5, and then you can use your re-inkers to ink them up, and then I just print a little label to put on them, so that I know what the colors are. But this is kind of the little collection that I've created to keep up here. So I'm pretty excited about that, and I love these little ink spots. They're a great little size. These are great for traveling with as well. Got some Night of Navy in there, and then I also bought an extra memento with a refill to keep up here, and a stays on if I want to do any watercoloring, and the stays on cleaner as well, and the stays on refill. So I've kind of got like a good collection of ink pads up here. And I did bring up a stamp set with me to this trip, and I was playing with that the other day. But today we're actually going to play with one of the kits. I've brought up 2 different kits, and I think this one is the one that we're going to play with, the Garden of Thanks. I'll show you the 2 that I brought with me though. These are 2 I've had in my stash at home for a little while that I hadn't yet opened. But these ones have been around for a little while. I believe they are still available because I only ordered them a couple of weeks ago. But this one is the Painted Wishes kit, and this has got some beautiful sentiments in there. So we've got some birthday cards in there, we've got some friendship sort of sentiments, and this one, I'm just trying to read it, this one is a thank you for your kindness. So there's a range of different ones there. So that's a really beautiful kit, really pretty. You get everything you need in the kit. The only additional things you usually need for our kits is a pair of paper snips. And this one's got beautiful gold foiling in it, and it's also got some foiling in the Pretty Peacock, I believe, as well, on the sentiments. So that one's a really pretty one. And then this one's actually wrapped in plastic. So we're going to open that one up and have a look at that one. So this is the Garden of Thanks kit, and this one I've had a bit longer because, actually no, I didn't. These ones aren't from home. That's right. I've got other ones at home. I actually ordered these ones and had these sent up with some other products up to my daughter's place. That's right. These are ones that had been on my wish list, but they weren't in my stash at home. I told a fib before. Well, I didn't tell a fib, I just forgot. Because there was some stuff I brought up, there was some stuff I sent up with my daughter when she was last at home recently for our son's wedding, and there was a couple of things that I brought up with me this time. So there was craft stuff coming all over the place. Okay, so let's have a look. Oh, we've got Misty Moonlight this time. Fantastic. I can add that one to my collection of ink spots to leave up here at my daughter's. We have got a stamp set here. And let me put my glasses on so I can read the sentiment. We've got like it looks like a little tree or a little shrub. We've got a thank you sentiment. You're the best, and I appreciate you so much. So they're great sentiments. And let's take this one out of the box. We'll just tip that out. Ah, yes, this one is beautiful as well. The Garden of Thanks kit. So this is the one that we're going to create with today. Really beautiful projects in there. So let's get all set up for that one. So we're going to open up so the outside was wrapped in plastic, and the inside is also, all the contents is also wrapped in plastic. And I think you usually find that when you've got an ink spot, so with the stamping kits, when you've got an ink spot and a stamp set, because they sit separately to all of the paper products, just in case that ink happens to leak. And that's why the box is also wrapped in plastic, I think. That's why they do that, just in case that ink happens to leak. So that other kit that I showed you first is a non-stamping kit. It doesn't have any ink with it, but this one does. All right, so let me just get myself organized here. I don't have my spare desk here to lay things out, but I do have, oh look, I'm gonna have to washi tape my grid paper on here as well, because again, I don't have my blue tack. That when I use washi tape, when I use grid paper at home, I usually blue tack it down to my my desk, but I've actually got a Stampin' mat, and I've got the grid paper just sitting on there, so I need to washi tape that down to keep it in place. So glad I brought this washi tape with me. It's come in very handy today. There we go. All right, so let's have a look what we've got in our kit here. And it seems that my iPad is not keeping up, but thankfully, my computer seems to be keeping up. I think I've got too much going on. All right, so we've got a little package here. And in this little package, we'll open this up first. We've got some really lovely twine. It looks like Misty Moonlight to match the ink. We've got some sequins, some gold sequins. They're beautiful. We've got our Stampin' Dimensionals. These are mini ones, mini Stampin' Dimensionals. So I'll pop them over to the side. We've got our glue dots. Now these are double-sided adhesive glue dots, okay? The top bit you see here is a paper covering to protect the glue dot, but to use the glue dot, you pull it off the acetate sheet and then you remove that paper. Some people think that these are meant to be embellishments, but that's actually just a paper protective coating on the glue dot, okay? So if you don't have any adhesive with you, these are great. I struggle with these a little bit. I find them a little bit fiddly, so I like to use my multi-purpose liquid glue, which I sent a brand new one up here that can live up here. And then you get a block in your kit as well. Okay, so that's what was in that little bag of tricks. And then we've got these beautiful envelopes. So these are all the same, and we've got that beautiful gold foiling on there. And on the inside, they are all white. Sometimes you get ones that are colored, depending on the kit. Sometimes you get them that are colored on the inside. These ones have actually got the color on the flap this time, which I love, because then they can see that when they receive their cards in the mail. Okay, then we've got some card bases. Oh, before I forget, underneath the cardboard, there is a piece of cardboard that comes with all of these to keep that nice and flat. Underneath there, you're going to get some instructions. Oops. Okay, that's something else. You're going to get an instruction sheet. Now, in this instruction sheet, it's going to give you all the instructions for all of the projects. On the back page, it shows you which pieces you need for each of the projects. Well, actually, it's the fourth page, I suppose. The very back page shows you the components of the kit. It tells you how many cards this kit makes. This kit actually makes 9 cards. And then there are some QR codes there you can go to if you want to some more information about kits. If you are a beginner card maker, there's a QR code there for you. And if you want some more information about the other kits that are available, you can scan this QR code here. And then down here, it tells you all of the coordinating colors in the kit. So in this kit, we've got Berry Burst, Boho Blue, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lime Twist, Misty Moonlight, which is the ink pad and the twine, Old Olive, Petunia Pop, and Gold. So we'll be using those instructions, so we'll leave them out. This one here, Ah, right. So this is the artwork for the stamp set, because the stamp set itself is clear, and so if you wanted to have the actual artwork, I think it goes that way. Yeah, if you wanted to have the actual artwork, if you wanted to, you could actually glue that on. I don't think that's a sticker. I think that's, yeah, it just shows you what the artwork is of the stamp. So you can just keep that with the stamp so you know which stamps you have in this set. So we've got the English, French and German, I believe. So, but we've got the English set. So I will cut that out. Just cut that out. The other two can go in the bin because I have the English set, and then I can keep that with my stamp set so that I know how many stamps I should have here. So if any go missing, then I know what I'm missing. All right, let's have a look what else is in the kit. We've got some beautiful card bases. Look at these with that gold foiling, and I love that crosshatch distressed sort of look on those card bases. They're really beautiful. So how many of those do we have? We've got 3 of those. Okay. Then we've got some more card bases. Let's have a look at those first before we look at all the other pieces. We've got these beautiful card bases. Look at those with those gorgeous flowers. They're really pretty. Oops. And we should have 3 of those. 1, 2, 3. Yep. They're beautiful. And then this must be our last card base, which is the blue. It looks like boho blue with a bit of misty moonlight, and we've got 3 of those as well. Okay. Then we've got all of our ephemera and embellishment pieces, and we've got 3 sheets of this one. Okay, aren't they gorgeous? So pretty. We've got some labels there for stamping our sentiments. Got 2 sheets or 1 sheet of that? No, just 1 sheet. We've got some die cut or printed and die cut embellishments, sentiments, and we've got the 3 different languages here as well. So we've got the English, French and German, and then we've got some beautiful floral and greenery pieces there as well. You've also got a piece of cardboard here, so if you are traveling and you need a bit of cushioning for stamping, you can actually use this as your base underneath your cardstock to stamp on. I actually do have my Stampin' Pierce mat though, so I have this one that I'm keeping here, and I've got stamping, I've got it labeled stamping on one side and the other side is for piercing and shaping, just so that if I am piercing it, making holes or making indents on this side, it doesn't damage any of the stamping that I'm doing. So I'm keeping that one up here. But if you don't have that, you can use this board as a little bit of extra cushioning for your stamping. Not as soft as the Stampin' Pierce mat though. So if you have a Stampin' Pierce mat, they are good to pack in your travel kit as well. All right, now I don't have as much space on this table to spread out as I do have at home. So first of all, I'm going to open my glue. So I'll get that ready. I've got a little bin here as well, a little Stampin' Up bin, a little pop-up bin, which I can keep here, which is awesome. Just working out where I'm going to sit all of my bits and pieces. Don't forget those embellishments. Okay. All right, I think let's go with this first card here, and we're going to go to our instruction sheet and have a look here on the 4th page and see what we need. Well, this is actually labeled as card 3, so how about if we do them in order? Let's do card 1 first. That's this one with the floral base. We'll do them in order. You don't have to, you can do them anywhere you like, but being that I'm filming today, we'll do them in order. Okay, so, Amber said, I'm just looking back at comments now. Sorry, I wasn't looking up there before, but I'm just looking now. It looks like you already have quite the stash of ink spots. Yep, perhaps you already have the same color. Oh, I'll have to have a look if I've got a misty moonlight in there. If I do, I'll I'll keep this one, but let me have a look in my little stash over here if I have a Misty Moonlight already in my stash. Because if I do, I won't open this one. Let's see, do I have a Misty Moonlight? No, I don't. Don't already have a Misty Moonlight. I have a Lost Lagoon, that's not a Balmy Blue, Pool Party, and Night of Navy. So no, we'll be opening this one today, and this one will be added to my little stash here that I will keep here at my daughter's house. So, but thank you for bringing that to my attention, Amber, because I actually didn't check. So thanks for that. All right. Okay, so we've got that here. And for those who don't know, Amber, who is here with me in the comments as well, Amber is my oldest daughter, and she actually lives with us in Sydney. So she is in the comments as my moderator. So if I happen to miss any comments, then Amber will pick up on them for me. And she keeps me on the straight and narrow as well when I'm filming. So, such as ink spots. Check your ink spots, Mum. Have you already got that colour? Thank you, Amber. All right, so we're going to use this label here. And we're going to use the thank you label. So we're not doing any stamping on this one, it seems. On this first card, we're using all the pre-printed images. So we've got that one and that one. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. So we've got that. What else do we need? We've got the embellishments, yep. And we're going to need, so where you see these little hexagons, that is your Stampin' Dimensionals. And where you see the little circles, they are your glue dots. Okay, so just in case you are wondering. Now, instead of the glue dots, as I said, we've got the glue dots, but instead of the glue dots, I'm actually going to use my liquid glue. I prefer that, but you can use the glue dots if you like to use those. All right, so here's our instructions. Okay, so I'm just going to put them off camera because they are going to reflect a little bit otherwise. So we are simply going to fold this in half. Now this is already scored for you in half, which is fantastic. I did bring I have a little pencil case here. Isn't this just so adorable? One of my beautiful friends gave me this many years ago, and it's now coming in very handy for all of my basic supplies, my basic supply kit that I'm keeping up here at my daughter's house. Now let's see, what am I looking for? My bone folder. I do have a bone folder. So this is my little staple kit in here of all my basic supplies. I do have some of them out on my desk, however. All right, and I'm just going to burnish that. Now, if you don't have a bone folder, you can use the block that came in your kit. Now, just note that the edges on that are a little bit harsh, so you might want to turn it over to the back and just burnish it along the edges just gently like that, or you can use the rounded edge here and run that along the edge, which is actually better because it won't scratch your cardstock. So just use the rounded edge of your block, or the rounded corner of your block, and run that along that folded edge, and that'll help that to sit down really nicely and give you it helps your card to sit flat basically. Okay, so we've done that. Next step is we're going to put some glue dots on the back of this one. And that is going to go over here. So instead of the glue dots, I'm going to use my glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. Swizzle, swizzle, swizzle with a bit of glue. There we go. And that's going to get adhered just above the center of that flower. And because I've got my grid paper here, I can use my grid paper to sort of eyeball that and help me to work out if I've got that fairly straight. And I think that looks pretty good. Okay, this one's a really quick and easy one to put together. And then for the sentiment, we're going to use some of the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. And you can just pick them up like this and pop them on, and pop them on in the thicker parts of the words so that they can't be seen from the front. Now, you can just pop them on with your hands like that. I, of course, did bring along my Take Your Pick tool. This is one of my most used tools in my craft room, and I like to pick up my Stampin' Dimensionals with my Take Your Pick tool because it helps me to get better placement of them. Whoops. Now, if you feel like they are a little bit thick, what you can do is you can cut them down. So I'm going to get my snips and I'm just going to cut this one in half because I don't want it to be seen. It's showing me that it should go behind the K. Is it the K? It should fit behind the K, but I still feel like it's a little bit thick and I don't want it showing. So I just cut that in half and I'm just going to pop it there like that. And with that other little half that I've got, I'll pop that onto my Take Your Pick and I'm just going to put that behind the O there at the end. Okay, so now we can remove the backing from your Stampin' Dimensionals because they are double-sided. Oh, my bin is a long way away from me. As I said, I don't have as much room on this table. And this table is a round table, so it's not a rectangle, so I can't sort of spread out long ways. I've had to spread out a little bit differently on this table. All right, and then we're just going to pop that down here on our tag. Make sure we've got that going fairly straight, so that's nice and easy. And then take our embellishments and we're going to use 3 of the small sequins. So turn it around and take 3 of the small sequins and we're just going to pop them down here, here, and one up here. And there we go. That is our first card complete already. And the inside is blank, so you can write your own message in there. You do have your sentiment stamps, so you can use one of these in there. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. You're the best. So you can stamp one of those sentiments on the inside of your card, which is great. So you can choose which one you want to stamp in there. You could even, with this stamp, you could actually, let's do that. I'm going to show you. So this is additional. This isn't part of the design, but you can do whatever you want on the inside to dress up your cards. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my stamp face down that way. I'm going to pick it up with my block. Okay. That way, you're doing it that way, then the polymer doesn't stretch out of shape and go all weird. I'm going to give my stamp a little bit of a clean. Now, I've got a Simply Chamois. If you don't have a Simply Chamois, you can use baby wipes, or you might like to use a damp cloth, depending on where you are and what you have available to you. But this is just, it's just like a car chamois, but it's much thicker. And it just has water on it. So you just moisten it. Stampin' Up sells these, and I just keep them in a clear case, and I just printed a label to put inside there. So I always say to clean your stamps before you use them, because they do hold a little bit of manufacturing oil, and sometimes that wants to repel the ink. So if you clean it first before you use it, it should take the ink quite well. Now with your little ink spots, when you get your ink spot, if you have the label up the right way, the bottom side here has a little perforation there, but usually I find the perforation is just off where the lid joins the base. So what I usually do is I take a pair of paper snips, and very carefully so that you don't cut yourself, I just run the scissors between the lid and the base of the ink pad and then prise that open. Sometimes it takes a couple of goes. There we go. and then I usually cut the other side. Some people like to leave the lid attached on that side. I like to take it off so that I've got the complete ink pad free to use. All right, so we're just going to do a little bit of tap, tap, tapping. I'm going to do a test with this first on my grid paper, just to see how that is going with the ink. Okay, it's still repelling a little bit, so I'm going to do a little bit of a twist. I'm going to give it a little bit of a twist on my paper. That just helps also to remove a bit of those oils, kind of like conditions your stamp a little bit. You only have to do that with the photopolymer stamps. You don't have to do it with the red rubber cling stamps. It's just the polymer stamps that come with that little bit of manufacturing oil. But if you're not sure, just clean all of your stamps before you use them. Okay, we'll dry that off and then we'll go in again with our ink. Okay, beautiful. Now I'm going to stamp this on the inside, just on this bottom corner, and I'm just going to have it coming in from the corner there on my card base. And I might stamp "You're the Best" on the inside there. Okay, so I'll give that a clean. Squeaky clean. There we go. I'll just take that one off. Put that on my sheet, and I'm going to pick up my little sentiment, give that one a clean. Give it a good scrub on my chamois. Dry it off on my paper. And ink it up. Do a little test stamp. Good. That seems to be holding the ink okay, I think. All right, and then we're just going to stamp that up here. Try and get it as straight as I can. There we go. So we've got "You're the Best," and we've got a little bit of embellishing there with our stamp. If you wanted that a little bit softer, you could stamp it off onto your scrap paper first and then stamp it there so it's a little bit softer. But there we go. So we've got a beautiful, beautiful card there, and then you've got the envelope that matches as well. So then when you fold that, that's the back of your envelope, and we've got the card and envelope complete, ready to go. All right, let's move on to the next card. I'll just give this one a clean. Hi Jenny, how are you? Lovely to have you with us. How is the weather down in Tassie today? It is a lovely card, isn't it, Jenny? It's a beautiful kit, this one. It's a really, really lovely kit. Okay, so this is the one that we are using today. It's the Garden of Thanks kit for anyone who might just be jumping on or coming in a little bit later. It's the Garden of Thanks kit. We've just made this one here. So now let's go on to the second project, which is the blue card base. So just fold this over. Now, if you need, because we do have twine in this one, and we're going to be using that in the last project. You do have a little ruler. I'll turn it this way. You have a little ruler measurement along the side edge here of the instruction sheet. So you've got centimeters at the right and you've got inches at the left, and the measurements are given to you in both for the twine, depending on which market you're in or which measurements you prefer to use. All right, so for this one, we need our blue card base. Oh, I put my chamois over the wrong side. Let's just put that back over there. Okay, so we've got our blue card base. We need our stamp. So let's switch those back over. I'll take off the sentiment and I'll put the little shrub back on there. Okay. Got that. We also need one of the floral arrangements, the big floral arrangement. So that would be this one here. This is really beautiful, so pretty. So we've got that one there, and we will also need I Appreciate You So Much and one of the gold rectangle labels. Now, a tip with the labels, hang on if I can just find them. Let me just find them here with all of my bits and pieces. Okay, when you're stamping on these, rather than you can pull them out and stamp on them. I prefer to stamp with them while they're still in the surround, like in the frame. I find it just a bit easier and a bit more stable. They don't slip around as much, so that's what I'll do. And we need the other sentiment. Now, I did bring an extra block. Well, actually, I'm keeping this one here at my daughter's, but I do have an extra block, so I'm going to mount that one up on the block ready to go. But if you don't have a block, just interchange your stamps as you go. Now this one is a long sentiment, and because it's polymer, you'll see that they are stretchy and flexible. To make sure that we have that nice and straight and not at a weird angle, unless you want it at a weird angle, but we are stamping it onto a straight sentiment label, so we want it to be nice and straight. We're going to turn it over so that you're reading it the right way, and you've got the stamped image face down with the flat part that's going to stick to your block face up. Put it down on your paper, let it just relax into its natural form or its natural shape, and then take your block to the stamp and pick it up that way. Okay, and then you'll have it nice and straight. All right, we're going to give that a clean on our block because we haven't used that one yet. I mean, not on our block, on our chamois. Well, it is on our block. So we'll give that one a good clean, dry it off on our paper. There we go. All right, now our instructions show us to fold our card. And this time we're going to have a landscape design. Okay, so we're going to have it opening that way. Again, you can take your block and flip it over to the back side, just in case it happens to accidentally scratch the cardstock, and use that rounded edge of your block, run that along the folded edge of your card, just to burnish that and make that sit down nice and flat. Oops, I've lost my little label here. There we go. Okay, so we've got that one. The next step is we're going to do some stamping. So we're going to bring in our stamp, our little shrub stamp, and our Misty Moonlight ink spot. We're going to stamp two of these, one on each corner, the top left and the bottom right corner. So just ink that up, going tap, tap, tap all the way around. You'll notice because I've got a small ink pad and a larger stamp, I'm taking my ink pad to the stamp, not the other way around. That just helps me to get a better coverage of ink. And we're going to stamp this up here in the corner at an angle like that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same in the bottom corner. So tap, tap, tap. You don't want to push the ink down into the stamp, because if you do that, it gets into all those little nooks and crannies and you'll end up with a very smudgy sort of looking image. You just want to do a tap, tap, tap. Okay, press that down nice and firmly, being careful not to rock your stamp. Oh, it's cold at the moment down there, Jenny. Snow on Mount Wellington for the last 3 days. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's really cold. Wow. So easy. Yeah, these kits are really easy to create, Jenny. And they're beautiful. The images in this one are just gorgeous. All right, there we go. Okay, so next we're going to add on our beautiful little floral arrangement, and it does go up that way. We're going to pop this up on our Stampin' Dimensionals that came in our kit. So here we go. We've got our dimensionals. We're just going to pop. I like to put more rather than less because I don't like any saggy bits. So let me grab my take your pick tool and put a couple in the middle so the middle doesn't sag as well. There we go. I think we're pretty right with that number. I'll just give them a good push on. We'll remove the backing paper. You will find too that a lot of times, and it is in this case as well, that the Stampin' Dimensionals that you get in the card kits actually have a higher dimension than the Stampin' Dimensionals that you purchase in the packs separately, which is very interesting. Yeah, they sit quite a bit higher. So if you happen to be interchanging and using some of the ones that come from the kits as well as the ones that you've purchased in the pack, just be mindful of the height difference. Just check them first. Okay, so there we go. And now we're going to stamp our sentiment. Oops. It's our card and our little sentiment. I'm going to test this sentiment first on my scrap paper, my grid paper. Stampin' Up! Does sell grid paper too. Beautiful. So if you like to use grid paper to protect your desk surface or to travel with, it is available. If you have a look in the online store and just type in grid paper, it'll come up with the different options of the different grid papers that are currently available. All right, so I'm going to line that up on my sentiment label. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. All right, and just carefully pop that out because the ink might still be a bit wet. So just be careful not to smudge that. And then that piece is going to be also mounted up on Stampin' Dimensionals. So pop that one down. These kits are great to travel with. If you love crafting on the go, everything you need is all together in the kit. All you need extra is your paper snips, because as I said, you do also get adhesive in the kit, but you might oh, am I still live? It's saying I'm still live, but on my computer it's telling me that the live has ended, which is very bizarre, but I seem to still be live over here. Just let me know if you can still hear me and see me okay. I'll do a refresh and just see. It might be an issue with my computer. I think it was the computer. I think it just froze. Okay, I think we are still live. I think it was just the computer froze, but it was weird that it came up and said that the live had ended. Oh, the temperature is 9 degrees right now, Jenny. Oh, that's so cold. Wow, you've really had a temperature drop down there. All right, so we're just going to pop our sentiment here. I will continue on because I think it is still going live. And there we go. And then we're going to add, oh, we better clean our sentiment stamp. That is so super cold. Hey, how's your leg going, Jenny? Are you still recovering? Are you up and about at all now? How are you going? How are you feeling? Let me know. All right, and then we're going to add some of these beautiful embellishments. We're going to use a large one over here, and then we're going to do a small one just diagonally opposite there, and then a third one. We're going to pop a third one down here like that, and there is our second project finished. Isn't that beautiful? I will pop them all up on the desk together when I finish them all. There's our beautiful envelope. So we'll fold that, pop that in there so that we've got the set together. Isn't that just so beautiful? So pretty and so easy to create. All right, let's move on to our third project, and this is the one with the gold frame. Now this one uses quite a few different bits, so we're kind of like stepping up. We started with the easier project, and now we're stepping up into the more complex, or the one that has the more pieces to it. It's still easy to create, and all of the steps are here for you, so don't be worried or scared off by that, because they are still easy to create. All right, so we need this beautiful floral design here, which is a pre-printed and die cut pop-out bit. Remember to take out this little bit here in the stems there. So that's that bit. Then we need some of these florals here as well from this sheet, and we need one of the pink ones. Just move that over there for a minute. Now these ones are a little bit more delicate, so you just have to be a bit careful when you're popping these ones out. So just go easy with these ones. There we go. 9 degrees down in Tassie. Wow, that is so cold. It's been really windy up here in Queensland, well, on the Gold Coast anyway, this part of the Gold Coast where I am. Yeah, it's been quite breezy since I've been up here. In fact, the day that I flew in, there were thunderstorms and it was raining, and I thought, oh no, I'm going to be flying into a storm and it's going to be so rough. And it actually wasn't too bad. It was just a little bit bumpy for the last about 20 minutes or so, but not as bad as what it could be, and definitely not the worst flight I've been on. So yeah, so I was very thankful because I'm not the best flyer. I don't love flying. All right, now also too, we need some twine. So it's telling us we need 15 inches or 38.1 centimeters. All right, so we'll use our measure along the side here, and I've got the twine. Where did I put it? Here it is. What do I need? 38.1 centimeters. So find the end there. 38. Okay, whoops. We'll go to, let's go to 20. And then we'll go 38.1. That'll be about there. All right, so we'll cut that with our snips. There's our twine. Let's fold this back up. And we're going to be tying a big bow to go on the front here. So, okay, and we do need a circle sentiment as well with the gold foiling around the edges, and our thank you stamp. So let's get our little circle sentiment label, and I will stamp it directly on there while it's still in the frame. And get my thank you. Just pop this one back on. Oh, actually, I'll use this one, this block that came in the kit. Oops, let's put that back on the right way so that everything fits there like that. And, oh, I didn't grab the thank you off there. Okay, so again, I'm going to put my stamp down on my desk, and I'm going to pick it up with my block like that. And we will give that a little bit of a clean first as well. Whoops. Has anybody used this kit before? Let me know in the comments if you have this kit, if you've already created this kit. And yeah, let me know how you liked it, what you thought of it. Such a pretty kit. There's so many kits available at the moment. Every month Stampin' Up puts out 2 new kits now every month. So there's always lots to choose from. And in fact, they've also just started putting out some scrapbooking workshop kits as well. So if you love kits, if you love a predetermined project with all of the products, I mean, you can change them up as well. You can definitely change them up and make them your own with either the card making kits or with the scrapbooking kits. But if you prefer to have directions and not have to think about it, or you need something quick and easy, or just in a hurry, then kits are a great way to go. Oh, I got a bit of ink on the block here. I over inked that a little bit, so we'll just give the block a bit of a clean. Alrighty, there we go. So we'll take our thank you sentiment out of there. Beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to fold our card in half. We're going to burnish. I'm just going to use my bone folder this time to make it quicker. Okay, so we're going to have our card opening this way. We've stamped our sentiment right now. So we've got this piece here and our little, whoops, got my twine caught up there. Our little greenery pieces. And we're going to have these attached to the back with the glue dots. They are going on with the glue dots. Well, I'm actually going to use my glue to attach those. So I'm just going to put some little dabs of glue, and I'm going to put my glue on on these parts here that are going to be behind the printed floral detail or detail image. Okay, now it's showing that you turn this upside down and then you glue them on that way, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hold it in my hand and glue it this way. And so then I can get them all positioned how I want them. Sort of like that. Just coming out there like that. Okay. And then we're going to do the same with the other one. And this one is going to, I'm just going to put some glue on the left-hand side pieces. Now I do have my silicone craft sheet, and this would be a great time to use it, is to put this down on the silicone craft sheet rather than getting glue all over my hands, but I didn't pull it out of my pencil case and it's still sitting in there, so I'll just do it like that. Oop. And we're just going to pop that behind there so that those pieces are coming out from behind there like that. There we go. You don't see them as much, do you? Is it kind of hiding behind there? Oops, I might just take that stem in a little bit so that that's hidden. I want the stem to be hidden. Okay, so they're glued like that on the back. Okay, then what we're going to do, we'll turn that upside down like that. I'll just get some of this glue off my hands. One thing I didn't bring with me was baby wipes. I meant to throw in my travel pack of baby wipes and I didn't. But I'll just roll the glue off my fingers into the bin. All right, so now we're going to take some of those Stampin' Dimensionals and we're going to pop them on the back of these pieces here. Put one down here. We want lots on this because it's a large piece and we want that to be nice and stable. So I'm going to use lots of Stampin' Dimensionals on this one. There you go. So when you go away, do you like to craft? Do you like to take craft supplies with you? And what do you like to travel with when you are crafting? Let me know what you like to craft with when you are traveling. Or do you like to, what do you like to do when you're traveling? Do you like to take a good book? Do you like to take craft supplies? Do you like to just take in all that you are seeing and doing and just enjoy the travel. Like, what do you like to do when you're traveling? There we go. Then we're just going to press that on there. Then we've got our sentiment label, and it's going to be popped up on dimensionals as well. Before, well, I will actually put the dimensionals on there, but before I do pop that down, I am going to just decide on where I'm going to sit that baker's twine. So I won't take the backing off that just yet. I'm going to be popping this down here like that, and then we want to tie a large bow. So you can either tie an actual bow, or you can just like sort of swizzle it around. You don't even really need to tie a bow if you're going to pop it in underneath the label there, but I do like to have a proper bow because I like it to be nice and secure. And we're going to have a large bow this time, and that's going to go down here like that. It's kind of going to be tucked in there like that, and I might even I think I'll trim those ends up a little bit. I think I might make that just a little bit smaller. And I will use one of those glue dots for adhering the trim, or the baker's twine. You can have that going either which way. So I'll take one of these little glue dots, and I'm going to pick that up with my fingers. I'm going to take my twine to the glue dot, and then I'll try and remove that backing. The paper backing on there can be a little bit tricky when you're trying to get it off when it's adhering to, there we go, we've got it, when it's adhering to twine. But we got it, so all is good. Now let's see again where we want to have that. That's going to be over to the side like that. So that's going to tuck in under just there, somewhere like that. Okay, so make sure that's nice and snug there, and then you can sort of straddle your sentiment label over the baker's twine there. Okay, so let's just slip that in there like that. There we go. And I might just trim these up just a little bit. Oh, actually, I'll take that bit up that way. See if I can get that to sit like that. And then we'll just trim that up a little bit so that it's not going off the edge of the card. And then we'll add our bling. So this card, this particular card just has a few extra steps to it than the other ones, but you still can create this one even if you're new to card making. We're going to take a large, one of the large sequins. Yeah, you can definitely still make this if you are new to card making, because all of the instructions are right there for you. So Stampin' have made it nice and easy to create these beautiful projects. Let's see, where am I going to put this one? I might just pop it, oops, just pop it down there like that. There we go. So there is our third project. We'll grab an envelope, one of our beautiful gold envelopes, or gold cross-hatched envelopes, which matches beautifully with that card. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So let's have a look at all three of our projects from this kit now. And as I said, you can change these up as you like. So you might like to, actually I'll take them off the envelopes to just display them here. You might even like to do one of each of the designs as the instructions show, and then you might like to do something different. So there you go. So there's the 3 beautiful cards from this kit. So aren't they just so gorgeous? And with that gold foiling, they are really, really beautiful. So there you go. So what do you think? Oh, Jenny said she likes to take a few bits and pieces. I take a few bits and pieces. When I first went, I took everything. Now only your cutter and a few die cuts and some cardstock. Oh, that's a great idea, Jenny, when you're traveling. Yeah, just to take a few of the basics so you've still got enough to be creative. But yeah, you kind of don't need to take everything, do you? I find that too. I find that sometimes I take extra things. I don't end up using them. But just having those basics is awesome. So, and that's what I love about these kits too. Like everything is there in the box for you. You just grab the box, everything's there, and all you need to take extra is your paper snips. And if you have a preferred adhesive, which I do, I always take my liquid glue with me. So there you go. So in this kit, you can make 3 of each of the designs. So there's a total of 9 products for 9 cards in this kit. I'll just show you the name of the kit again in case you came in later or you missed it before. It's the Garden of Thanks kit, and it's really, really beautiful. So if you're in need of some thank you cards, or you just want to tell somebody how much you appreciate them, then you have those here. And then also too, you've got these stamps then to go on and create other projects. So you can use them in, these are the stamps here. So you can go on and use those stamps in other projects, which I love. And you can create some of your own designs with a little bit of cardstock. You might like some colored cardstock maybe as well. Maybe some dies or a punch. Yeah, whatever you like, you can use to create some more projects. So there you go. So I hope you really enjoyed that. All right, well, I'm going to tip the camera back up. So let me cover up the camera so I can just tip that up face to face, as I always like to do. All right, here we go. Bear with me while I just transition the camera. It's a bit different to my setup at home, quite a bit different actually. So it takes me a moment just to get everything all set back up. There we go. Let's see how I did with that. Not too bad, a little bit high. I can go back down a bit lower. There we go. Great. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me today on a Sunday instead of on a Monday. I'm going to continue to play with this until my daughter gets home. She'll be home in a little while, and then we're going to cook some dinner together. So I hope that you really enjoyed that. And if there's anything that I can help you with, or you have any questions, please feel free to get in contact with me. Remember that the Stampin' Up! Kits are available in the online store, so you can go to the Kits Collection section on the menu and look for the Kits Collection. And there's lots and lots of different kits there. There's card kits, there's project kits, there's kits for kids, there's all different sorts of things. So go there and check out some of those beautiful, beautiful kits. And if there's anything you have, any questions that you have or anything I can help you with, then please be sure to ask me. Also too, something I didn't mention, that if you are interested in joining my team, you are always most welcome. If you would love to get a 20% discount on your Stampin' Up! Products, if you'd like to join a wonderful crafting community and have lots of fun with us, we do lots of things together as a team throughout the year, and every month we gather together and we have a team gathering and we do some crafting together. You might have seen the little box I made last week. One of our team members, she actually demonstrated that to us in our last team gathering last week, and then I made a couple of those little boxes. They were lots of fun. Also too, if you're not yet subscribed to my newsletter, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter, and that way I can keep you up to date with everything. Just go to my blog, mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, and click on the newsletter subscription there, and I can keep you up to date with everything that's happening, everything that's coming up, give you additional creative inspiration. And if you are new to subscribing to my newsletter, you will get an automatic welcome email, and in there will be a link to an exclusive tutorial bundle from myself, and that is only for those who subscribe to my newsletter. So there you go. So have a great rest of your Sunday, and have a great week, everybody. I will be back again next week on Monday at my usual time, 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and I look forward to seeing you all then. I'll be back home by then too, so I'll be filming from my own craft room with my own setup and all of my stuff, so it'll be much easier. But great to craft with you today from my holiday on the Gold Coast. So I look forward to seeing you all again really soon. Happy crafting, everyone. Bye.